Hello. My name is John Hilary Baliejusa. I writer, I'm poet, spoken word artist as well. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to do this. I'm really excited to do this. Growing up, I listened to pretty much everything. I didn't listen to blues, but I listened to pretty much everything. I listened to Kadongo, I listened to Paul Cafero, to Jimmy Katumba. I don't know the other guys, but I listened to pretty much everything. I listened to a lot of country music, actually, to be specific. Yeah, my dad loved country music. My brothers loved country music. So I listened to that growing up. And of course, as you get older, you explore like pretty much everything. But one thing that stood out for me was, and I can still see it now, is storytelling. I loved songs that had stories in them. I think that's why I listened to a lot of Paul Cafero growing up, because he had this way of like storytelling that I loved, and country music also did have the same. And I loved storytelling. That one I have written. I've written since I was younger, since I was like really little. I remember writing what I thought was like my first novel or something. My dad used to like read a lot and like have lots of stuff around, so I used script. I just like maybe regurgitate that, sort of like write. I don't think it was like anything. If I see it now, I don't know. I think I'll be embarrassed to see it. But I wrote what was my first novel when I was about 8, I think. So I've always loved writing. I didn't discover spoken word, performance and stuff until I was about 16, 17, about that. The poetry and writing had always been a part of my life, but the idea of like stepping out to do the art myself, that was about when I was a teenager. My brother left me a laptop at some point. He got me a laptop when I was a teenager, and I used to just like narrate stories and just like put a soundtrack in them and all of that, but just for myself and for my brothers to listen to. I don't think I've said this out loud, but the whole idea of stepping on stage to tell my stories, I think because I had always followed the art of poetry and spoken word. I've watched pretty much everyone that there is to watch. I've watched pretty much everyone that there is to watch, like everyone on the internet. I've like done all of that, but the idea of like stepping out to actually do the art myself, I think I'm trying to retrack and see where that happened. But I think yes, I remember watching one time. I'm just watching Mufasa, shout out to you, Dofan in Kenya, Javan the poet. Actually, Javan the poet, we actually did become really good friends after that. And I'm like, you know what, let me do this thing too, which is good. It's relieving. And that's I think that thing with my entry into spoken word. The John Hilary recital, that was everything. I'd been writing and performing here and there. I'd done radio for some time. I left radio, went into some other journalism and writing. There was so much happening, and for about 2-3 years I did not surface on the poetry scene. I was like not in the creative space, and there was so much going on. Honestly, I just I was going through some stuff that kept me off. So I think the John Hilary recital was for me to just first of all pat myself on the shoulder and be like, yo man, you made it. We all need to do that every now and then. The Rona was crazy, yeah, but that was one way for me to just pat myself on the shoulder, be like, yo man, we've come a long way, we made it. Also just to tell those stories that I had not told for like 3 or 4 years, that I had not been on stage. That's what the John Hilary recital was for me. And it's been great because now I'm back with the monthly showcases. We have the open mics, which are amazing. We did hold those before, and through those nights we began to see people who also were came up into the performance world and just doing things that just getting out of like their shell and feeling like, hey, I can actually make a career out of this literal arts. And I think it's a good thing. I don't regret doing that any day. A creative process, Okay. I'm the kind that loves to create in solitude. Like things just come to me, and I'm in solitude, and I just create by myself. You know, I go into the zone and write whatever. Whether it's just a poem or something I'm writing, or trying to draw, or whatever. I'm a designer trying to design something. Solitude works best for me. But lately I've been challenging myself with the art also like collaboration, you know. That's why actually on the recital we actually had a dancer and a few other artists that we work with. It helps, you learn, you know, when creativity brushes off, you know, like you learn from the other person, they learn from you. So I think that I'm doing more of that. I'm doing more of collaboration with other people. Also the forms of art, I'm collaborating with dancers, with painters, with, you know, like just other people, you know, just sharing the art and seeing what can come off of it. I'm very hopeful that it's gonna be a good next few years. I'm really looking forward to that. It's so many challenges, but when has there never been challenges? So I'm happy about that, and I'm sure it's gonna be a great, you know, next few months. And thank you so much for all the support. John Hillary, I am johnhillary.com. That's where you find my work, and be John Hillary across all social media platforms. Yes, thank you. Yep.